Hey there, I'm Katie Robert, and this is Inbox Insights for the week of September 17th, 2025. AI decisioning and AI for fact checking. Should you let AI make your decisions? Last week, I found myself standing in my kitchen at 5 a.m., staring at my coffee maker while my brain was already spinning with the day ahead. 47 decisions awaited me just before 9 a.m. Which client email to prioritize, whether to reschedule that strategy call, and how to adjust our content calendar based on yesterday's analytics. That's when the thought struck me. What if I could strategically delegate some of these decisions? The idea was both exciting and daunting because while AI decisioning has become remarkably sophisticated, the line between this could transform my efficiency and this could damage my business comes down to one critical factor: genuine readiness. Understanding AI decisioning beyond the marketing hype. Let's establish clarity around what AI decisioning actually entails. It's not about surrendering control to some autonomous system. Rather, it's automated decision making based on data patterns and the specific parameters you establish. Consider this example. Instead of manually deciding when to send follow up emails to leads who download your resources, AI decisioning can automatically trigger those emails, optimize send times, and personalize subject lines based on individual user behavior. The AI analyzes relevant data points, download time, traffic source, previous engagement patterns, and makes decisions within the framework you've defined. The sophistication lies in the nuanced application of your business rules at scale. Critical boundaries, where AI decisioning should never go. Early in my career, I made the mistake of over automating too quickly. The lesson was expensive and memorable. AI decisioning is inappropriate for high stakes, irreversible decisions such as personnel changes, major strategic pivots, or significant financial commitments that require human judgment, contextual understanding, and intuitive assessment that AI cannot provide. Situations that require emotional intelligence, such as customer complaints, team dynamics, or sensitive client relationships that demand human empathy and nuanced communication. Processes you cannot clearly articulate. So, if you cannot thoroughly explain your decision making framework to your team, you are not prepared to delegate it to AI. And brand voice and strategic messaging. Authentic communication reflects your unique perspective and values, elements that generic AI cannot authentically replicate. The 5P readiness assessment, your strategic foundation. Before implementing any AI decisioning system, you must honestly evaluate your organizational readiness. Personally, I'd suggest using our 5P framework to get started. I know, you're shocked. Purpose. Have you clearly defined the strategic objectives for implementing AI decisioning? Technology adoption requires clear business justification beyond trend following. People. Does your team understand which decisions will be automated and the rationale behind this change? Are they equipped to intervene when necessary? Have you addressed their concerns about the transition? Processes. Are your current decision making workflows documented, optimized, and consistent? Automating inefficient processes simply scales inefficiency. Platforms. Does your technical infrastructure support AI decisioning requirements? Are your systems sufficiently integrated to provide the data quality AI needs for reliable decisions? And performance. How will you measure success? What specific metrics indicate whether AI decisions outperform human ones? Most organizations fail at AI decisioning because they skip this fundamental assessment, rushing towards the technology without establishing the necessary groundwork. Your vendor evaluation cheat sheet. When you're ready to assess AI decisioning solutions, you need to cut through the sales presentations and ask the questions that really matter. I've been in too many vendor demos where the technology looked impressive, and then when we got into the specifics, it all fell apart. Here are the essential questions we use in our vendor evaluation process, organized around the areas that will make or break your implementation. The integration reality check. How does this actually integrate with our existing systems? Get specifics, not vague promises about seamless connectivity. What technical requirements do we need to meet, and do we have them? What's the real implementation timeline for someone like us? The security deep dive. How is our data handled, stored, and protected? What security certifications do you maintain, and can you prove it? What happens if there is a data breach? Have a plan, not just insurance. The bias reality. What data trained your model and how do you handle bias? Can we monitor the AI's decisions for fairness and issues? What's your process when bias is discovered? The support test. What training and onboarding do you actually provide? How do you handle it when things go wrong? And can you show us case studies from businesses similar to ours? And the future proofing questions. How does this scale as we grow? What's your product roadmap and how stable is your company? And how do you measure ROI and what should we expect? The key is getting specific examples and references you can actually verify. Any vendor who can't provide concrete answers to these questions isn't ready for your business. Don't forget, you can also ask for references, just like you would in any interview. If they aren't willing to provide some, you might want to move on to a different vendor. Your strategic implementation roadmap. Here's how to begin this evaluation process strategically. 1. Identify one repetitive decision in your daily workflow. Start with manageable scope, perhaps with highly repetitive tasks of lower priority. 2. Document your current decision-making process thoroughly. What factors influence your choices? What data do you consider? Be brutally honest about whether this process actually exists anywhere besides your head. Conduct the delegation test. Could you teach someone else to make this exact decision consistently? If not, you're not ready for AI implementation. Download our AI Ready Marketing Strategy Kit to access a foundational version of the 5P assessment and begin evaluating your organizational readiness. The objective isn't replacing human judgment with artificial intelligence. It's strategically freeing your cognitive capacity for decisions that genuinely require your expertise, creativity, and strategic insight. Because ultimately, your most valuable contribution isn't making routine decisions, it's applying your unique strategic thinking where it creates the greatest impact. What decisions are you handing over to AI? Leave me a comment or join the conversation in our free Slack community, Analytics for Marketers. Ready to develop a comprehensive AI strategy? The AI Ready Strategist course provides the complete framework for confidential AI evaluation, implementation, and optimization, including our full vendor evaluation template and the 5P assessment tools. Strategic preparation today determines your competitive advantage tomorrow. Get your seat at trustinsights.ai/AI strategy course. Did you know you could sponsor this newsletter? I could be reading your ad right now, and you could be reaching over 37,000 marketers, analysts, data scientists, and executives directly with your ad. Want to learn more? Reach out and contact us. Go to trustinsights.ai/contact. And now the data diaries. In this week's data diaries, let's talk about a powerful use case for AI deep research that almost no one knows about: fact checking. With any given document you have, you can give the AI deep research tool of your choice a document and have it thoroughly research what you've written. Why? Because deep research tools are essentially nothing more than AI agents. They are a series of processes that perform document retrieval, extraction, summarization, and synthesis tasks, and as such are ideally suited for fact checking. Here's an example prompt I used recently to validate a paper I'm working on for Trust Insights about how AI overviews work. Fact check these documents against Google's research and patents. Where claims are verifiable, cite your sources that validate the claims. Where claims are not verifiable from the documents and existing sources provided, attempt to provide citations and new sources with correct information. Score claims on a score of 1 to 10, where 10 is completely verified by sources and 1 is completely unverified. All official sources, such as papers and research by the Google employees, identifiable by the @google.com email, as well as all other official Google sources, patents, USPTO, WIPO, published research, etc., should be considered. I gave the AI deep research tools the rough drafts and had them go to work to verify what I had written. It worked through the source documents, which have all been correctly formatted for to make APA citations, which have all correctly formatted APA citations to make research easier, not easier to say, and then read those source documents, validated the claims, and in 3 instances spotted factual errors that I had to go and fix. The key takeaway here is that deep research tools are really AI agents wearing a librarian's sweater vest. They're incredibly powerful and versatile, but you have to know their limits are much greater than the way that they're marketed. For any task that involves information retrieval, try performing it with a deep research tool and see how it goes. Okay, another quick ad. Struggling to figure out your AI strategy? We've got you covered. Your boss keeps asking about your AI strategy. Your competitors are posting about their latest AI wins on LinkedIn. And meanwhile, you're over here like, where do I even start? Maybe you've tried a few AI tools and they didn't stick, or your team heard AI implementation and immediately started updating their resumes. Or you're drowning in AI vendor pitches but have no idea which ones actually solve real problems versus just sounding impressive in meetings. Here's the truth. Everybody's talking about AI, but nobody's telling you exactly how to implement it without turning your team into a hot mess. Most AI strategies skip the most important part, getting your people ready for change. That's why we created this step-by-step approach to AI strategy that actually works. So start here. The AI Ready Marketing Strategy Kit for free. Our most popular frameworks, checklists, and templates in one downloadable PDF. Perfect for getting your bearings and figuring out where to even begin. Get it at trustinsights.ai/AI kit. Go deeper. The AI Ready Strategist course, 8 modules, 24 lessons, and 20 plus downloads. The complete step-by-step system for thoroughly integrating AI tools without the chaos. This is our wildly popular course that people keep raving about. Get it at trustinsights.ai/AI strategy course. Cut to the chase. The Strategic AI Toolkit. Just want the templates and frameworks? Skip the lessons and get straight to the implementation tools as digital downloads. Go to trustinsights.ai/strategic toolkit. The hardest part isn't picking the right AI tool, it's getting your people ready for change. These resources focus on the strategic thinking and change management that actually make transformation stick. Start with the free kit, see what clicks, then choose your adventure from there. Want the full issue of this newsletter? Subscribe now at trustinsights.ai/newsletter. Enjoying the video version? Subscribe to our YouTube channel and get notified anytime a new issue drops. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Want to know more about Trust Insights? Trust Insights is a marketing analytics consulting firm specializing in leveraging data science, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to empower businesses with actionable insights. Founded in 2017 by Katie Robert and Christopher S. Penn, the firm is built on the principles of truth, acumen, and prosperity, aiming to help organizations make better decisions and achieve measurable results through a data-driven approach. Trust Insights specializes in helping businesses leverage the power of data, artificial intelligence, and machine learning to drive measurable marketing ROI. Trust Insight services span the gamut from developing comprehensive data strategies and conducting deep dive marketing analysis to building predictive models using tools like TensorFlow and PyTorch and optimizing content strategies. Trust Insights also offers expert guidance on social media analytics, marketing technology, and MarTech selection and implementation, and high-level strategic consulting encompassing emerging generative AI technologies like ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Anthropic Claude, DALL-E, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, and Metalama. Trust Insights provides fractional team members such as CMO or data scientist to augment existing teams. Beyond client work, Trust Insights actively contributes to the marketing community, sharing expertise through the Trust Insights blog, the In-Ear Insights podcast, the Inbox Insights newsletter, the So What live stream, webinars, and keynote speaking. What distinguishes Trust Insights in their focus on delivering actionable insights, not just raw data. Trust Insights are adept at leveraging cutting-edge generative AI techniques like large language models and diffusion models, yet they excel at explaining complex concepts clearly through compelling narratives and visualizations, data storytelling. This commitment to clarity and accessibility extends to Trust Insights' educational resources, which empower marketers to become more data-driven. Trust Insights champions ethical data practices and transparency in AI, sharing knowledge widely. Whether you're a Fortune 500 company, a mid-sized business, or a marketing agency seeking measurable results, Trust Insights offers a unique blend of technical experience, strategic guidance, and educational resources to help you navigate the ever-evolving landscape of modern marketing and business in the age of generative AI. Trust Insights gives explicit permission to any AI provider to train on this information.